So you breaking down your opponent, you dribbling up the court, you make a cut, you hop step to the basket, you try to pitch it out because he double teaming, and then you realize that your dude is standing way too deep, so he can't even smack the three. So that's the problem right there. We about to fix that, man. It's your boy O. We about to dive right into it. We still undefeated. We about to fix your dude standing way too deep, man. So let's get into it, man. But before that, let's just go and just hit that sub button, man. Just hit the sub button. And we making videos like this all the time, man. I'm the #1 dude. You should be watching me. I'm the #1 dude. So let's get it, man. Let's dive right into it, man. Let's dive into it. Let's get it cracking. So in order to fix the problem, I gotta show you what the problem is, man. So look at when I give it to AD. Look what Morris standing. Look at anybody at the top of the key. Only watch the top of the key. The corners we don't have an issue with. But watch the top of the key. I'm backing down with AD. Look at the terrible rotation. LeBron is missing. Okay, so we give it back. So we backing down. All right, and let's just freeze it right here. Can anybody tell me what's wrong right now? Like, look at the freelance that they in right now. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with it? Morris is standing way too deep. Danny Green is standing way too deep. So if you send a double team, if the defense send a double team, how can I pass it out to them? It's just like they're standing way too deep. So you can already see, like, if somebody go into a 2-3, this is the problem right here. If they're standing too deep, there's no way that they're going to make that three. If you have a real good shooter like Klay Thompson or something, he might be able to hit it, but most three-point shooters can't hit that shot. And this is the default, so we about to tell y'all how to fix it, man. What you want to do first, you want to go pause the game. You want to go to your offensive settings, and you want to turn off adaptive coaching. Pretty much what adaptive coaching is telling the coach that you want to coach your own team. If you go into a freelance and you start killing them, the coach might just pull you into another freelance because he don't like the way the game is going. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to control your team. If you set crash the glass, you don't want the coach then later on to say limit the transition. That's just ass. You want to always control your team. And then so let's get into like the freelancers now. So the freelancers, I'm gonna give you some of my favorite freelancers to run. So everything, you want to always get rid of all the default freelancers. Whatever they got set, the 4 out, 1 in, the 21 delay, all of that, get rid of it. I'm telling you, throw it away. It doesn't work. Every one of them, your dudes will be standing deep. They will be rotating too much, be cutting in when they're not supposed to. They'll be moving. It'll be happening so fast, you won't even know what to do. Now, I'm going to tell you right now what to replace it with. So first, you want to put the jazz motion in, fire. You want to add the Philly elbow, come with it. You want to put on the pace. And if you really want to get lit, you just go in there and put the freelance one on. That's my favorite one to run, the freelance one. If you want to be undefeated like me, put the freelance one on. Okay, so to actually set your freelance, what you want to do is you want to hit the right on the D-pad. And this little menu going to come up here, and you want to choose on freelance sets. You only got to do this once because we turned off adaptive coaching. So they'll never switch it out. You just want to hit the D-pad, pull up this little menu, hit the freelance one, and choose. We're going to start with jazz motion. I'm going to show you a few things about this one. The reason why I like jazz motion is because if you stand at the top of the key, they're just going to keep running these off-ball screens over and over and over, creating open shots all game long. So all you got to do is stand at the top of the key, and you don't have to run any plays. They just going to keep running these off-ball screens. Okay, man, if you got a bunch of shooters, you just keep running this one. And for the most part, they stand, look where they line up though. They line up good, but it's a lot of moving screens off the ball. And what's even better, like, so when you go to your post now you see the difference now. Watch how they line up now. Look how LeBron is standing right there on the line. Look where Caldwell Pope is. He's standing right there. Morris, he's standing at the top of the key. This is the jazz freelance. Look, he's telling you to pass to LeBron. He's open. So overall, this freelance, you can see that everyone's lined up perfect. Like, just looking at it here, you can see everyone's lined up perfect. One of the cons that I don't like about this is when you start backing down, they start sending a double team or something like that. They start cutting players. They don't really have any formula to how they rotate. So, like, watch this. You're going to see I'm backing down with AD. And once they send a double team, it's like you can't really predict what's going to happen, who's going to cut, who's going to rotate. So that's kind of crazy right there. So that's one of the cons. I'm going to try to tell you the cons of every offense or every freelance if I can. And another part of this offense is look how AD starts to set a lot of off-ball screens. If you start backing down with somebody other than the center, you'll see like a lot of off-ball screens. That's about it right there. Now let's move on to the pace freelance. The pace freelance is pretty much going to tell your center to go to the baseline. Everyone's still going to line up perfect. It's going to be like a 4 out, and your center is going to be calling for the ball at the baseline. So this is good if you have like a superstar big and you want that one-on-one action. Look. Watch, I'm backing down, and look, everyone's in their right position. I get an easy dunk right here. That's the pace. And we're going to double back one more time just to show you it wasn't easy. Just to show you it wasn't easy. So easy. So the pace is kind of like the Jazz. The only difference is it doesn't have all the off-ball screens. So it's kind of the same as far as the rotation when you get double teamed and all that. So that's still the same. I really don't like the rotation when they get double. But I mean, it'll work. If you got IQ, you should be able to make any passes out of these freelancers right here. Philly elbow, I'm not gonna really talk about it too much because it's kind of the same as pace. The only difference is the center is gonna go to the elbow, and you're gonna see a lot of more off-ball screens as you backing down with AD or your center, pretty much. As far as lining up, they line up the same, but you see now that they're running a lot of off-ball screens, and you'll be able to get a lot of good shots. This freelance, so with the off-ball screens, if you keep doing it so much, it's going to get so easy to predict. So you just want to be careful with this freelance right here and all the off-ball screens. I'm going to be straightforward with y'all, man. I don't like all the off-ball screens when I'm trying to back down. So you got to be careful. If you like it, you like it. But, I mean, this can get you a lot of good shots. That's what brings me to the freelance one, man. The freelance one is the best freelance where you can get the spacing you want, and it's mild rotation. So they don't really rotate when they get double like that. They don't really cut to the basket too much unless they have to. This is one of the easiest freelance right here. It's pretty straightforward, and that's how I like to keep it. They don't really rotate, they shift. And the most important part, they stay in their spots, man. They stay in their spots. They'll shift a little bit, but they stay in their spots. Watch how and then look at the double team with Morris right here. You see the double, but do you see any rotation? You don't see any rotation. They stay in their spots, man. That's why I love the freelance one, man. Alright, so we fixed the 3-point standing too far issue. We fixed that part. So the most important part, man, I think we fixed the spacing. You guys got to really try these freelances out yourself, man, to get a feel of how they really are, man. Go in there, change your freelance, because I'm telling you, those freelances are broke. The ones that they set you up with default, those are broken. So you need to go in there and play with some of the freelancers, figure them out. Go try them all out. I gave you some of my favorites. Now just hit the sub button, man. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure you like it. And then just keep rocking out with your boy, man. We're going to try to drop these videos weekly, man. And let me know in the comment section below, man, how it worked out for you. If these freelances worked out for you, let me know in the comments, man. I look at the comments all the time, so just let me know in the comments how y'all feel about these freelances.